Good.
Hey,
Good. What's up, Keish?
wait, before you start, real
I
quick.
already started. We pressed the live already. What's up?
Oh, I was showing you the tasing of that young kid on the bus.
No, not right now. Not right now.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. This is unscripted. I don't know. That's how it goes sometimes. What it do, people? You know what it is, and you know what it sounds like. NBA picking with Pop with Keisha on the intro. Let's go.
Yeah, great fire.
When the chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popimism. Coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad line in the air, throwing signals. When the chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popimism. Coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad lines in the air, throwing signals.
1,000 on the table, 100,000 in the bank account. I'm trying to get rich. Who else in the building? Trying to break the house. What it do, people? Welcome back to another edition of NBA Picking with Pop, right here on Popovich TV. I am your host, Popovich. Yeah, kid. That feeling back up in here one more again. And happy Friday, guys. Last Friday of the new year, 2025. Hope you enjoying yourself. Hope you got a good weekend set up for you. But it's definitely a day to get some money on. But before we do that, we talk about the 9 games that slate for today. Let's do a quick recap how we always do. Yesterday, Christmas, which I don't celebrate, y'all know that. We had 5 games. Went 2-3, man. Went 2-3. Gave out the New York Knicks as the player of the day. They gave us a Madison Miracle on 34th Street, but they didn't cover the spread, so I could give a fuck. I'm glad they won, but they didn't cover the 4.5 like they should have. They got down big. They got down big. 17 with 10 minutes left in the game. They came back. You got Morgan, Tracy Morgan, Fat Joe, Joe Buns, everybody in the building for the Christmas game, celebrating. And the Knicks, they came back and won. So I'm happy that they won, but definitely wasn't happy that they didn't cover. Spurs, we didn't give them out as a lock, but we had the Spurs. We was all the way right with that. I figured OKC would win money line, but they lost, and it looks like they're gonna have a problem if they run into them Spurs boys in the playoffs. Dallas was close. Anthony Davis got hurt. Like, damn, bro. I'm not wishing nothing on you. I'm rooting for you. Obviously, you're a champion. You probably will go down as one of the best players, but we still gonna be like, but what if you never got hurt? What if you stayed healthy? What if? And I know he'll be like, yo, bro, I don't want to get hurt. I'm not planning on getting hurt. I don't walk in the game like, yeah, I know I'm not gonna finish the game. But, pulled up. I don't know if it's an ankle, a knee, a hamstring, a pinky toe. I really don't know. Anyway, Golden State did cover. Next game up, we had Houston as a lock. We was right about that. Lakers, I know it's still early. We still got 5 months left in the NBA season. Season going all the way to June. Well, the season probably going to end around April time, but you get what I'm saying. There's still a lot of basketball left. Lakers do got one of the best players in the game with Luka Doncic, but Lakers, I don't know. Houston went in there and they smacked them around, and we had Houston. We had Minnesota. That's the last game of the night as a lock. Denver, Jokic dropped 55, 15, and 15, something crazy. First play in NBA history. I'm like, damn, y'all let the motherfucking Lucas Slavian do this shit to y'all? And Ant-Man, I'm not saying they're not going to never win a championship, but until they get killer instinct, till he stops making boneheaded plays, doing dumb shit. And I say that respectfully. Obviously, he's a great talent, great player. You do look with the side out, off the court, some of your decision making. Maybe that bleeds into you, on the court and how you conduct yourself, how you think the game, and how you approach the game. You know what I'm saying? Also, I know Vegas is involved, calling a lot of little bullshit fouls, hit them with the technical, a lot of little ticky fouls, and Denver ended up covering the spread. So we went 2-5. With that being said, our record is I ain't meant to go that long, but our record now is overall 241, 207. Far as the play of the day, we 28-35, 7 games under 500 now. And as far as the locks, we 107, 99, and 1. We've been going down the ladder. With that said, we're gonna try to do better today for sure. First game up, we got Miami out on the road at Atlanta. Atlanta giving 4.5. Both of these two teams is L. Dirtington. We can go to the funeral, bring some flowers. They dirt, you know what I mean? Just throw the dirt on them. 2 games in their last 10 games, they have won. Both teams, they won 2 games in their last 10 games. I didn't make a mistake with that. Look like Adebayo not going to play tonight. Obviously, Tyler Hero is not going to play tonight. The public got it 50%, 50%. I don't think Trae Young won a game yet since he's been back. Giving him 3.5 Friday night. Both teams going to have to play tomorrow. I'm going to go with Atlanta to get the victory at home. Next game up, we got the Charlotte Hornets out on the road at Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic giving 5.5. And I messed that up. Damn it. I think it was 641, right? Yeah. Charlotte on the road getting 5.5 at Orlando Magic. Seeing these two teams play before, 123, 107, I believe, back in Charlotte. The rookie is out. He been balling. He been playing well. Let me go to RotoWire real quick. I always mess his name up. But he been balling. Cal Brenner, he definitely been balling. I think he's averaging like 19.6, something like that, even over Cooper Flag. Orlando got Suggs out. They also got Franz Wagner out. He had 21 in the last game. I paused like that because I was leaning towards Orlando at home. And I think they're going to be a good team. I'm not really gassed off Charlotte. They have been playing better as of late. I don't think the rookie, he has been balling, but I don't think he's going to be that much of a factor. In that last game that they played and they lost, it really just was one quarter that changed the whole game. They won the first 2 quarters. They was up, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think like the third quarter or even the fourth quarter, Orlando just put the clamps down and they beat them. I think they only scored 13 points for a team like Charlotte that is, I don't want to say prolific, but they do got the scorers. LaMelo Ball could score, Bridges could score, Brandon Miller could score, obviously the rookie could score. But with that being said, I think it's going to be a close game. So I'm going to go with Charlotte. I'm going to take Charlotte with the 5.5. Next game up, we got the Toronto Raptors. What's that, 823? Yeah. 836. Toronto Raptors out on the road at Washington. Washington getting 8.5. We did see these two teams play as well. Toronto was on the back-to-back tomorrow. I don't think Washington is on the back-to-back, but Toronto, neither one of these two teams is on the back-to-back. It's a lot of teams that will be on the back-to-back, so just keep that in mind. Anyway, Toronto was not. That's my bad. We seen these two teams play. Toronto Hulk smashed them 130-110. It was a blowout. I think it'll be a blowout now. I'm not really gassed off Toronto winning their last 2 games or winning their last game against Miami because Miami haven't been playing well. They lost to the Nets before that and then lost to the Celtics. This is going to be their 3rd game on the road, but I think they are head and shoulders better than Washington, so I'm going to go with Toronto. Next game up, we got the Boston Celtics out on the road at Indiana, and Boston giving 9.5. 8.5. That's a lot of points to give Indiana at home. I know they Hulk smashed them the last game as well, but this is another game where when you go back and you take just a little peek, the funny thing about it, Boston, the last team that they played was Indiana. Indiana played the Bucks in between. Now they're gonna play Boston again. So they played a game in between. Boston, they flew right to from home. They flew right to Indiana, and they've been waiting. They haven't played since Monday. So Boston is rested. Indiana played on Tuesday. They rested too, but they did play the Bucks on Tuesday, and it was a back-to-back. So they played Boston Monday, Tuesday they played the Bucks. But when you look at that game, this is another game, just like the Charlotte game. Indiana, the first quarter, 35-26, they up 9. Second quarter, 26-17, they up 18 at the half. They was up big, and we had Boston in this game. I'm like, damn, it's a bad pick. Then in the third quarter, Boston 31-21. Now they only down 8 going into the fourth. Fourth quarter, they outscored them by 29-13. They outscored them by 16, and so they won by 8. That was at Boston, though. I think Indiana will remember that. I think if they don't let a fourth quarter collapse like they did, 13 points in the fourth quarter, that's unacceptable. You gave up 29 after putting up 35. And it's like each quarter they got less. 35, 26, 21, 13. Boston, 26, 17, 31, 29. I think Indiana's a trash team. Obviously, they're still dealing with a lot of injuries. But it will be the same people playing this game that played Boston in the last game. So I'm rolling with Indiana in this one. 8.5 is a lot, on the road for a team you just finished playing. And Boston is playing tomorrow. I think Boston and Indiana play tomorrow. Nope, Boston plays Sunday. Indiana play tomorrow. They play the Heat tomorrow. We'll see. Next game up, got the Philadelphia 76ers out on the road at Chicago. Philly giving 1.5. These two teams did play this year. Chicago did get the best of Philly. No Paul George didn't play in that game. And it was a close game. It was at Chicago, like tonight's game will be. The final score was 113, 111. I think Philly could come in here and get the victory. I think they could come in and get the victory. But I'm not going to take them to get the victory. I'm going to go with Chicago. I think Chicago can win. They playing good. They playing good, man. They playing good, and I think they could win Friday night. All you gotta do is just basically win the game. Matter of fact, Philly, who their last loss was to? Philly lost to Brooklyn. Nah, I'm taking Philly. I think they come. Nah, I'm gonna take Philly. Because Chicago basically should be favorite. I'm gonna take Philly. I know I'm gonna be mad if Chicago end up winning like I got them, but I'm gonna take Philly for the get back. Next game, we got the Phoenix Suns out on the road at the Pelicans. Pelicans getting 5.5, and I like the Pelicans. I know these two teams played already as well. A lot of teams is swinging the block on the teams. And Phoenix beat them. What they beat them by? I think they beat them by like 15 or some shit like that. I'm gonna look right now. Yeah, they beat them by 23 actually. This was at Phoenix. No Zion in that game. He will be playing in this game. He coming off the bench. They at home. You're giving me 5.5. I'm gonna take Pelicans at home. Low key, they've been actually playing much better than they have been in the past. They have been playing much better. I like the Pelicans. Next game up, got Detroit Pistons out on the road at Utah. Utah getting 9.5. I like Utah. These two teams played already. Detroit beat them. Let me look at the lineup. I did look at it already, but I just want to look at it again. The Jazz. We got the Jazz. All right, so at Detroit, they beat them 114-103 by 11. Third quarter, they outscored them 25-14. That's where the game changed at. The first quarter, Utah won by 2. Second quarter was even, 25-25. Third quarter is where they pulled away at. 25-14, so you up 11. And then in the fourth quarter, you won by 2. So therefore, you won by 11. Now the game is back at Utah. Utah lost 2 in a row. They do play better at home. And you're giving me 9.5. I just ain't ready to give that many points up with Detroit on the road to a team that does play well at home. So I'm taking Detroit. Next game up, we got the Milwaukee Bucks out on the road at Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis Grizzlies is given 5.5. And when you go back and look at the history, Memphis has beat the Bucks like 7 games in a row. I think that trend continues. I know the Bucks got their victory, and I know they're going to try to come out and play strong tonight on the road at the Bucks. At the Grizzlies. 5.5 is a lot, though. I ain't gonna lie. They only 2 games better than them, but I think Grizzlies can win tonight. Let me look at RotoWire one more time as far as this game is concerned. Let's see who playing and who not playing. John Morant, Bobby Portis. Nah, you know what? I'm going with Bucks. Taking the Bucks. Taking the Bucks with that 5.5. I think they could probably keep it close after that victory. I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I'm changing my pick. I did have Memphis. Now I'm taking the Bucks. Last game of the night, we got the LA Clippers out on the road at Portland. Clippers giving 2.5. These 2 teams played already. Clippers did Hulk smash them, I believe. Let me look again. I did. No, they played them. These 2 teams played already. Maybe I need to start writing this shit down before we start. All right, the third game of the season, Blazers lost at the Clippers. They lost by 7. Now you're giving me 2.5. Basically, all you do is got to win. But I like Portland. I like Portland at home. I think Portland could win. I think they could cover. With that being said, let's get to the theme music.
Great finance.
Winner, chicken dinner, money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one, pop 'em his coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the band line in the air, throwing signals. Winner, chicken dinner, money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one, pop 'em his coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the band lines in the air, throwing signals.
All right, guys, here go the locks. Not from Yonkers, but the locks that get you and me. The winner, chicken dinners. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 9 games. We're gonna give out 4 locks. We're going with Utah. We're going with Indiana. We're going with the Pelicans. And the play of the day is the Toronto Raptors. I think they can come in and beat the Wizards up. That's who I like. That's who I'm taking. Let me know who you like. Let me know who you taking. All I ask is that you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. But y'all know who it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. NBA, Picking with Pop, right here on Popovich TV. Of course, we are live. We rolling. We unscripted. We authentic. That feeling back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid. Let's get some money on this last Friday night in the new year of 2025.